Hi, my name is Laurie McDonald. Thank you for joining me here today at my Piano Pizzazz tutorial. We're working through this series of books called A Perfect 10. This is book 5 and we're on song 6 called The Amazing Journey. Now this is a fantastic showstopper piece. Now you may say, what's a showstopper? Well, it's a piece that you want to play to impress others. So whether you're playing for a festival or a recital or just in your own home environment that you want to make a big impression, this is the piece for you. So let's get down to business and talk about how to make this piece really successful for you. First of all, it's going to be moving all over the piano. Okay, so one of the problems that I have with students is that they try to sit at the piano like they're sitting at a desk. So they put their legs under the piano and then their arms are kind of back like this, and then their vision is so close to their music that they can't really see through their peripheral vision their fingers. So you need to be sure that you're scooting back, move your bench back a little bit away from the piano so that you have plenty of room for your arms to go out in front of you. So you're going to be needing that space. All right, so that should become comfortable for you if you're working on a song at this level. Also, another thing that I've noticed with students, oftentimes when you get to this level, you use the pedal for most all of your music. This particular song does not need constant pedaling. It has the pedal marks here and there throughout the music, and then other areas of the song is going to be played staccato, so you don't need the pedal. So be sure to listen to the sounds that you are not pedaling where you shouldn't be. Another issue that students often have a problem with is they're trying to read the notes in the wrong clef. So in this particular song, again, we see that the bass clef is up in the upper range as well as the lower range, and it flips back and forth. The song begins in the treble clef, but by measure 3, it changes to the bass clef. So both of your hands are going to be playing in the lower range on the piano when both of the bass clefs are here. So watch for that because it does switch back and forth unexpectedly, such as right here at the bottom on measure 12, they throw the treble clef back in there. So you have to automatically flip in your brain which clef that you're reading. Okay, so those are just some of the elements that stand out to me when I'm working on this song. Another thing is that there's a lot of ledger lines here. So some of you are beginning to be able to read the ledger lines more easily, but even like this high one right here at the top, I'm not like probably even just like gonna know those high ledger lines. However, I can spot the octaves. An octave is 8 notes apart, so I can just read the lower note right here and see that those are the same. So it makes it a little bit easy for you to be able to identify them. One other thing that I've noticed on page 24 is that when it gets up into these higher ledger lines here, the left-hand note is the same. So when it goes to the D in the bass, it's also going to the D in the treble clef. So you're going to see how that matches. And it does it all the way through several times. It lines up those notes. So like right here on measure 35, when it shifts to the F in the bass, it's going to the F in the treble clef. If you're not sure about those, I would go ahead and mark those in your music so that you are confident of those when you play. So let me go ahead and show you what this is going to sound like, and then we'll talk a little bit more about The Amazing Journey. so I hope you enjoyed that. That was a really fun piece for me to play. One of the things I like about it is kind of like what I call the power grab at the very beginning. The first two measures, if you are going to play something like this, it's going to be grabbing your audience's attention. So don't play it like, like just like half-heartedly. Play it with all of your energy that you can muster up, because that's your power grab. You're going to see it at the beginning as well as later on when it goes back. It repeats it over here, and then you've got these page turns. The page turns on this song are not easy. As you see, sometimes you have to eliminate one hand or the other to turn the page. I was successful at doing that when I was moving forward. I was successful turning back, but then the last page turn, as you saw, I was not prepared. Right here at this spot, I had to pause before I got to here. Now, if you're just playing for your own benefit, it's okay to do that. It's not a big deal. Nobody really cares if you're just in your own living room. But say if you were playing with a band or an orchestra or a choir or somebody to sing, you couldn't have that extra space. You'd have to eliminate that. So it's important that you can learn to turn your pages without having to stop the meter of the song. So anyway, I think that you'll find that this song will be really fun to practice. The more you practice it, the more you're gonna like it, all right? So until next time, happy practicing, and be sure to be a showstopper with the way you play.